So these are all cervical vertebra, not C1 or C2. We've got examples of like C3 through 6 maybe. And then here, two that look kind of like a C7. We're pretty sure some of these models have some wear and tear, so that could have a bifurcation that just got kind of rubbed off, worn down. But that looks like it's a solid spinous process, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. All of these share some common characteristics that you see with all the other types of vertebrae. So we have a spinous process, we have transverse processes, we have a body, we have a vertebral foramen, the lamina here, superior articular facets, inferior articular facets, intervertebral notch. If we were to put them together as a vertebral unit, where we have this vertebra, another vertebra, and a disc in between, you would see how that would be closed in, becoming an intervertebral foramen instead of just the notch. They do have a few unique characteristics though. So when we're looking at the transverse processes here, you can see that they've got those little wings. So all that's a transverse process. They also have these extra holes called the transverse foramina. That's for your cervical nerves. Only cervical vertebrae have those holes. So if you're looking and it looks a lot like a thoracic, or you're trying to figure out what's the defining characteristic that would let you know for sure it is a cervical vertebra, look for those transverse foramina right there. The other thing, they've got this little bifurcation or split on their spinous processes. The only one out of C3 through 7 that does not have that bifurcation is C7. It's also got a very, very long spinous process. You can feel it at the nape of your neck. And you'll see that that spinous process begins to approach the look of a thoracic vertebra. These are really short with a bifurcation. They don't at all look like a thoracic vertebra, but this is starting to look more like that thoracic vertebra. And that is your little lecture on cervical vertebra.